Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new sit and talk, and this time I want to talk about what I think is going to be a big challenge for ninth age, and I think maybe it's being underestimated so far. That is, first of all, is how to increase the number of people playing 9H to make this sustainable, and the second part of the challenge is how the people will have in future miniatures for this game. So as we know, the ninth age have been what's called this commune project, no, a community project that is being a project developed by the community, where they develop some rules to keep to evolve from the 8th edition of Warhammer Fantasy and keep this type of game alive. At the beginning, looks like that makes sense, especially because Age of Sigmar is more on the non-competitive side of game, and this is not suiting most of the people, and also the miniature count is much lower normally than what we expect on, or what we used to be in 8th edition. Just to make an example, I went to tournament today, a pairs tournament. I went with only 12 miniatures. So I think one of this, let's go to the focus. So what I think is the challenge for the ninth age, and I would like to see how they solve it in future, is where we get the miniatures from. And I mean this, if for example there is a continuation of the Tompkins army, and the Tompkins army are discontinued by Games Workshop, so these people suddenly will have big difficulties to build up this army, and maybe this is not one of the most difficult, because we can find miniatures in other companies that can suit this role. The same can happen if, for example, in the future Bretonian disappears. That looks seems to be one of the things that people expect more. So and what we see is that the path, or the way that Age of Sigmar is following, and the way that I will say Ninth Age is following, are every time are going to be more divergent, no? Because one want to keep on the heritage of the 8th edition, and Age of Sigmar want to break with this heritage, wants to break from the past, and wants to start a new completely world with new armies. And here comes another point. So what is the vision for the 9th age people with the new, about the new armies that are appearing for Age of Sigmar? And more and more in the future, it's going to be not possible to find miniatures with square bases, so we will need to go to second market, or to go to alternative shops to buy the bases for the miniatures that we buy, that we used to buy against Workshop. So I think this is going to be a big challenge for 9th age that should not be underestimated. I don't say that 9th age cannot succeed. I don't say that 9th age is not good. I just say that this is a big challenge that they have to take into account, because most of the miniatures, or most of the people is starting from Games Workshop. So the more you are the most divergent you are from Games Workshop, and I understand a lot of people want to get away from Games Workshop systems, the most difficult is going to be to have new people, because if they start with Age of Sigmar, for example, the jump to go to 9th age is going to be every time more difficult. For example, if a person is starting with the new Stonecast Eternals in Age of Sigmar, he cannot use this army today in 9th age. And it's going to be pretty difficult to use them, because first, the poses are very difficult to rank. They go on roam bases, and most of the people will put them on roam bases. So people that is starting some armies, like for example the Fire Slayers, another example, they will not be able to go into ninth age straightforward. So I think this is, in long term, this is going to be a challenge for the ninth age, unless they start making more books, they start editing books, and they start making miniatures. But as this is a community project, this is not a thing that per se we can expect from this type of projects. I know that Block Ball have survived for a long time without the support against Workshop, but to be fair, I don't think the amount of miniatures you need is much less, and I don't think the base was as big as the base we used to have for 40k or Warhammer Fantasy in the past. So this is just I want to share this challenge, and I would like to know your opinion. What do you think? How they can solve the problem of that? Against Workshop is following a diversion, and what that means. That will mean that we need to go more to other. I guess the objective is that we go more to other ranges. So what alternative ranges we have there? We have how it's called this? We have Kings of War miniatures. We have we have other fantasy houses, but normally they don't have as big range as Against Workshop used to have, and are not well known. And what happened with the people that is starting from some games, because normally the jump was you start with your fantasy and then they jump into ninth age, but more and more people will not be able to do that straightforward and easily. So just I wanted to share this opinion, this challenge that I think they have in ninth age, and the people that is more working more deeply in that. I would like to know what is your opinion and how you expect to create new gamers, new games, or no new players. I would say how you expect to keep the continuity of the armies and to be able to have that the people can collect any army they want, and that all the armors are available for the people, because I know in the past this was not the case. Most of the armies didn't have the full range of miniatures and we had to do conversions. But to be fair, the most popular armies used to be the ones that have all the miniatures there to be able to play. So just a question, I leave this question on the table. Please don't hesitate to comment, to give your opinion. Very interested to know what do you think about that, and if you think that this can be a showstopper for the ninth age, or is just a thing that they can overcome easily, or with some effort they will be able to overcome. So if you think that they will need to do their own range of miniatures and to secure the ninth age gaming, but then it's not going to be anymore a fun community game. It's going to be, then they will need a company, they will need some more serious support. It's not easy to do a big range of miniatures covering a lot of aspects and trying to survive from that. So that's all what I wanted to share, and now I'm open and looking forward to know your opinion and see what do you think about this topic. As usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.